So I'll ask you, we know what the IFT is. We have many episodes with many different subject matter experts on what you should be doing to get to the IFT. We've even told you what numbers we think you should hit, like what numbers are comfortable to where you're like, okay, if you're hitting these numbers consistently, you can go in. So what other things would you add to a fitness regimen that would help people with not only their fitness, but the mindset that they need when they go into the pipeline?
I mean, you know me, I'm a big aerobic baseline guy. If you don't have like that aerobic capacity, if you don't do your LSDs, the long slow distance runs, and when I say that, I mean like actually long and actually slow. Like it should be uncomfortable. When I used to do my LSDs, I would wake up super early so that no one could see me running that slow. Like that's where my ego's at. Like I don't want anybody to be judged,
right?
Yeah, like trotting for like 7 miles to build up my aerobic capacity.
Right.
So like that's one of those things, like it makes you more efficient. It makes you better at everything. And there's this like some of these old school mentality things is like, oh, if like you can run, like you can't lift or you're not strong or whatever. Like we're not looking for bodybuilders. We're looking for people that can do everything. And that aerobic, LSD capability is going to make everything else easier. And it's going to help you out a lot. So maybe Jared doesn't like, he disagrees because his wee little legs don't really like LSDs, but
wow, that's hurtful. We're just hurting each other's feelings today.
I'm part of the Zone 2 crew.
I was going to say.
There it is.
Yeah.
I'm
just kidding. I'm sorry. I apologize.
What's Zone 2?
If we could,
what's Zone 2, Jared?
Zone 2 is your heart rate. And it's different for everybody, but it's, and shout out, that is not my thing. That is, I adopted that from Taylor Starch, the mad scientist. And if you haven't checked out those episodes, they're mind blowing. I think we have 3 of them. I believe we need to get them on again.
Yeah, exactly.
So the mad scientist, Taylor Starch, is a firm believer in Zone 2 work. So a lot of times, like yesterday, I did an hour on the Stairmaster and I stayed between Zone 1, Zone 2. I did not creep up anywhere near Zone 3. And I just hung out for an hour just doing that. I'll do that on a run. That is more difficult because that kind of mentality, and then you pick a day and you're like, it's Zone 2. I'm not taxing myself. I feel incredible. The weather out in Vegas is amazing, and then all of a sudden you feel yourself creeping up. So it is tough to stay in that Zone 2, but man, you can just go forever and just keep going and going and going. And then you're not burnt out the next day or the next couple days because it's taxes is theft, but it's taxing your body now. Like if I tax my body today, like really, really bad, that's going to affect me, for the remaining couple of days until I have a solid recovery day. But if I kind of Zone 2 it out and I don't tax myself, that enables me to work out not sore, not depleted for the remaining of my training week. So, I actually get more fitness or more quality in the long run. And I don't want to misquote Taylor, but I want to say that he said that some of these pro athletes that are at the high end in the Olympics and professional athletes, they spend about 90% of their time training in a Zone 2 and only 10% above that. Now that stat may be wrong, but I know it's something like that.
Nobody can call you on it anyway. We can make up whatever stats we want.
It's only going to be people we know, like mom, dad, wives. That's it.
Sure.
Definitely not wives.
I don't think that's right. Whoa.
Yeah, she does not listen to this podcast. Adding the Zone 2 stuff, it was after the first time that we talked to Taylor Starch, and I started adding in probably 2 sessions a week where I'm at Zone 2. Same thing as you, Stairmaster, and it is tough for me as well. Stairmaster, you're there for 20 minutes. You're like, I don't know, I could go up another level, and I could go up another level, and then pretty soon you're crushing, at 170 sustained heart rate for an hour.
Yeah.
But adding in those Zone 2s has been the biggest benefit to the fitness regimen that I've done. So there's actually other, this is just a tangent because I saw it on the internet the other day, but if people are trying to lose fat, if you're out there and you're like, hey, I cannot lose fat, there is research to suggest the 30-30-30 method. So you wake up and within 30 minutes of waking, you take 30 grams of protein. So 30 grams of lean protein, whatever your choice is. And you go for a 30-minute walk inside of Zone 2 or a 30-minute exercise. It can be a bike ride, a row, Stairmaster or whatever. If you do that for 30 days, you will lose body fat like no other. There is research to suggest that's just the way the human body is meant to be. Like, you wake up, you get sunlight on your face, you have a little bit of a snack, and then you're supposed to go out and walk and go hunt for your food. That's how we evolved. But they found that has the biggest impact on body fat. None of this fasted cardio, intermittent fast, all these other things that our boy Tyler Mitten hates. And I love watching Tyler's videos because he's just mad. He sees something about nutrition he doesn't like. He's like, this guy's stupid. And it makes me laugh. But 30, 30, 30. So try that for 30 days and see if you have an impact on your body fat. Because I bet that you will, because science.
Yeah. Well, there's a balance.
Not the
there.
science about the masks. That was bad science. I'm talking about the good science, like the actual science that we can prove and actually does something. Sorry. It's almost COVID season. World War III season's almost over.
Versus science to religion. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. I still have my World War III decorations up, and I know it's about to be COVID season, so jeez, I got to get those ready to go. What?
We got to get him his own podcast like ASAP. But there's a balance to that, right? Like, we're not saying that you need to be like, shredded 6-pack, 8-pack, Brad Pitt, Fight Club
that's
type
good.
of weight.
Yeah, that's not the point.
When you join. And in fact, like, a little bit of body fat is going to help your performance a whole lot once you join the pipeline. But we know that there's, I've walked around, and seen some of the younger folks, and there's more fatties than there's ever been. So, like, dropping that weight first and foremost is going to be a huge deal.